Let's face it, Peter Griffin is the kind of guy who always manages to turn a bad idea into an even worse outcome. Whether it's messing with time travel, eating something he shouldn't, or just plain being Peter, his antics almost always end in disaster. But every now and then we get those sweet moments when karma steps in and gives Peter exactly what he deserves. So today we're counting down 10 times Peter Griffin got what was coming to him. Grab a snack and let's dive into some of Peter's most satisfying comeuppances. 10. Peter loses all his bones. Let's start with one of Peter's most bizarre moments. Remember the time he casually made a wish to lose his bones? Yeah, you heard that right. After meeting a ghost who offered to grant any wish, Peter, being Peter, didn't ask for money, fame, or world peace. Instead, he wished for something nonsensical. And when a fight broke out on a bus, Peter panicked and wished for no bones, thinking it would somehow save him. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Watching Peter flop around like a jellyfish was both hilarious and a perfect example of him reaping what he sowed. 9. Peter kicked out of New Quahog. Peter Griffin as the leader of a town? What could possibly go wrong? Well, as it turns out, everything. After taking over a new settlement and declaring himself the supreme ruler of New Quahog, instead of assigning jobs based on people's skills, Peter handed out roles completely at random. Need a doctor? Too bad. You've got Chris Griffin with a stethoscope. As Peter's ridiculous decisions piled up, the townspeople reached their breaking point. In one of the most hilarious revolts in Family Guy history, they banded together to kick Peter out of his own town.
I hereby proclaim this city New Quahog.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor. We have an outsider who wishes to join our community.
Welcome to my fair city.
Well, before the disaster, I was a physician.
That's terrific. We need a doctor.
We sure do. Let's hope you get it. Now pick a job out of the hat. Ah, village idiot. That's a good one. On Tuesdays, you get to wave your penis at traffic. Congratulations. Today, my vision for our future comes true. A chicken in every pot and a cap in every ass. Look, there's a reason I'm in charge here, all right? I'm the one who knew the world was going to end. I'm the one who found the Twinkie factory and started this town. Jeez, I haven't been thrown out of any place since...
8. Peter loses his eyesight. Jealousy is never a good look, especially for Peter. When Quagmire became a local hero for saving someone from a heart attack, Peter decided he needed to outshine him. His plan? Eat an absurd amount of nickels to become some sort of world record holder. Spoiler alert, it didn't end well. The nickel poisoning left Peter temporarily blind, and while we felt a little bad for him, we couldn't help but laugh at his sheer stupidity. Moral of the story, leave the heroics and the nickels to someone else.
When Quagmire inadvertently saves the life of a woman having a heart attack, Peter becomes jealous of all the attention he gets.
People are gonna know the name Peter Griffin, even if I have to shout it from the rooftops. You hear that, world? I am gonna do something that people will remember me for.
In an effort to become famous like Quagmire or Joe the hero cop, Peter decides to break a world record. And the one he chooses for whatever reason is to eat the most nickels.
Peter, you're really putting away those Mentos.
Oh my God, Lois! I can't see!
How about now?
Nope, nothing.
Well, that makes me feel much better. You can't see the spaceship either. My cousin Marshall insists if you look past the picture, you can see a spaceship.
Can you please just tell us what's wrong with my husband?
Oh, yes. Well, you see, after ingesting such a large number of metal coins, Mr. Griffin appears to have succumbed to nickel poisoning, causing him to lose his sight.
Oh my God, Lois, I'm blind as a bat!
7. Wheelchair fight. Peter's discrimination knows no bounds. When he opened a restaurant, he refused to let Joe and his wheelchair-bound friends inside, claiming it wasn't wheelchair-friendly. Big mistake. Joe rallied his crew, and in one of the funniest acts of revenge, they built a massive robot out of wheelchairs and absolutely wrecked Peter. The best part? Peter ended up in a wheelchair himself after the beating. Now, that's what we call instant karma. 6. Peter stuck on the couch. Laziness never pays off, and Peter learned that the hard way. After spending weeks on the couch, binge-watching TV, eating junk food, and doing absolutely nothing, Peter became so stuck to the couch that he couldn't get up, literally. Watching Lois try to peel him off like a sticker was both gross and hilarious. 5. Peter getting beat up by Lois. Peter Griffin's laziness and selfishness were bound to catch up with him, and Lois finally had enough.
I am going to go to the middle of the town square, get naked, and paint myself brown.
No, that's offensive. You can't pretend to be black. That's a stupid idea.
What?
It's a stupid idea! You're a stupid man! A stupid man!
Ow!
You always do these stupid things! And why do you always announce them to me before you do them? Are you trying to get a rise out of me? Are you happy now? Is this what you want?
Oh, no, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
After years of being a terrible husband and dumping all his problems on her, often making her use her martial arts skills to bail him out, Lois decided to teach Peter a lesson he'd never forget. In a furious burst of kung fu, Lois unleashed years of frustration, delivering flying kicks, punches, and a suplex that left Peter buried in a pile of furniture.
You can't hit me. I'm a girl.
Sometimes I wonder. Kicking, Lois?
Hurts, doesn't it?
You tell me.
For once, Peter learned the hard way. Don't mess with a martial artist's wife. 4. Peter fired from Pawtucket Brewery. When Peter landed a job at Pawtucket Brewery, it seemed like a dream come true. But Peter being Peter, it didn't take long for him to mess it up. After entertaining his friends by lifting heavy objects on a forklift, Peter accidentally drove it straight into the meeting room, causing absolute chaos. Needless to say, he was fired on the spot.
So, as you can see, sales are going very well.
Griffin, you're fired!
See if I care.
3. Peter loses his fingers. When Quagmire came back from vacation loaded with fireworks, Peter's inner child couldn't resist. Ignoring every possible safety precaution, Peter decided to test the fireworks inside the house, because of course, why wouldn't he? Armed with a lighter and zero common sense, Peter's experiment didn't take long to go horribly wrong. In true Peter Griffin fashion, the fireworks went off in his hands, taking his fingers along.
Quagmire, check it out. I took 10 M80s and stuck them all together. I call it Peter Griffin's bunker-busting mega ultra super...
The sight of fingerless Peter trying to hold a beer was both tragic and comedic gold.
Here's to Peter getting his fingers back.
Thanks, Joe. Oh, boy, I tell you, I haven't felt this good since I came up with that new place to hide my porn.
2. Getting shot by Quagmire. Peter Griffin doesn't always think before he acts, and this time, his recklessness cost him big. Deciding it would be funny to shoot Quagmire in the arm, Peter didn't consider how his friend might feel about being a target.
Hey, Peter, you got your safety on, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because your gun is pointing right at me.
Wait, want me to pull the trigger and prove it to you?
No, I just want to make sure your safety's on.
Yeah, see, Quagmire? Safety's on. Now, this is a gun without a safety. Quite the difference.
Furious and betrayed, Quagmire ended their friendship. Feeling guilty and desperate to make things right, Peter came up with a plan. He went to Quagmire's house and offered himself up, saying, "Shoot me back, right in the arm."
I need you to shoot me in the arm so we can be friends again.
Okay.
Whoa. No. I was supposed to offer, and then you were supposed to say, "No, Peter, I'm not going to shoot you," although I do appreciate the gesture.
So, Quagmire shot Peter in his arm, and he wasn't done. With no warning, he fired a second shot, this time hitting Peter in the head.
Let me go! Look, I was trying to do the
I'm
decent
putting that
thing.
bullet in your
Fucking
arm,
see a
Peter.
movie. Ah, son of a bitch!
Shot him. I'm the one who has to shoot him.
Wait a second. All right, then I get to shoot Joe. All right, he shot me. I mean, if we're doing things fair here, then...
All right, we're good.
1. Losing Lois. And finally, the ultimate Peter fails, losing Lois. When Peter traveled back in time, he couldn't resist being his usual obnoxious self, even to Lois.
Hi, Peter. I'm really looking forward to the movie tonight.
Lois, we got the rest of our lives for me to not hear a word you just said, but tonight I got plans with Cleveland.
But we had a date.
I would eat your poo.
Little did he know, his behavior would change the future. Upon returning to the present, Peter discovered that Lois had married Quagmire instead. Watching Peter realize that his actions had real consequences was both heartbreaking and hilarious.
Lois, this is a huge mistake.
What are you talking about, Peter?
You're supposed to be married to me. We're the ones who were meant to be together, not you and Quagmire.
A little late for that, don't you think, Peter? I mean, there was a time back when we dated that I thought you might be the one. But as I recall, you were more interested in partying with your friends. Then Glenn came along and stole my heart. When he kissed me that night at the country club dance, I knew we'd be together forever.
Hey, Lois, I'm ready for your pie. And you made dessert, too. Oh!
Oh, Glenn, I love all your sex jokes and your dirty puns. That's why I married you. Let's go upstairs and do it.
Okay!
Sometimes karma isn't just a slap, it's a full-blown reality check. Peter Griffin might be the king of comedy, but when it comes to karma, he's a magnet for disaster. From losing his bones to losing Lois, these moments remind us why we love to laugh at Peter's misfortunes. Well, there you have it. 10 times Peter Griffin's own stupidity, recklessness, or just plain bad luck came back to bite him. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite Peter moment where he got what he deserved? Was it one we mentioned, or did we miss an epic fail? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more Family Guy hilarity, and share this video with your fellow fans. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time with even more Griffin family chaos.